Look, I know what you're thinking, another white guy on the internet talking about podcasts, but please don't click off just yet, as I'm actually here to help with everything you need to do to start your journey into the ever so overpopulated world of podcasts in 2025. So let's get started, shall we? And just so we're clear, this isn't going to be me telling you to go and buy thousands of dollars worth of gear. There are actually incredible and affordable options out there that we will cover in a future video. But in this video, I'm just going to go through the fundamentals of everything you need to do to get your podcast up and running. First off, you need to figure out your topic, obviously. And you need to be pretty specific about what your topic is. So if you want to talk about photography, for example, that's way too broad, so you should consider narrowing it down. Whether that's the genre of photography you shoot, talking about other photographers' work, the new gear in photography, or educational tips for your audience. There are so many different avenues under this umbrella, so it's really important to nail down what your subject matter is and really stick to that. And then once you've figured that out, you need to figure out the format of your podcast. Is it just going to be you, or are you going to have consistent co-hosts, or are you going to have different guests every week? And if you're going to have guests, are they going to be in person or over the internet? Because then, if they're over the internet, that may require a little bit more gear. So really think about if you can logistically make that happen. Then you need to think about how long you want each episode to be, because this will affect your posting strategy. This is really important as it will also help you stay consistent, and whether your episodes are going to be longer think pieces that you post maybe once every 2 weeks, or if you want to have episodes in a more bite-sized chunk that you post weekly or even twice a week. It's really important to have this in mind. That way you can stick to a schedule, be more consistent. Then you're more likely to follow through and actually keep the momentum going, recording your podcast. And this in turn will obviously help build your audience, as they'll know when to expect new content from their new favorite podcast, your podcast. So format and schedule, check. Now, you probably need to come up with a name to call your podcast to really hook your audience in. Most podcasts have a very short name that's catchy and designed to hook your target audience in pretty quickly. Bearing in mind you can change this down the line, don't let not thinking of the perfect name straight away stop you from creating your podcast. But do try and aim for something fun, relevant to your topic, and catchy. Easier said than done, I know. So now we have all of that planned, it's time to record your first episode. Before we start shooting though, I would make a rough outline of the topics you want to go through in that episode. That way you can look down at your outline and bring your conversation back on track, just in case someone, even you, goes off on a tangent. It's really important to make sure you hit all of the points that you want to hit in your episode, especially in this first one. Now, since this is a B&H video, it would be remiss of me not to talk about gear. While I'm not going to go into a deep dive here, I'm going to touch on it pretty quickly. In 2025, you should be filming your podcast. Giving your audience a chance to put a face to the voice is always a fantastic option and can only help you in the long run. And it won't even be that much more work editing-wise, as you can just edit your video podcast and then create a .wav or .mp3 version of the final edit so you have the audio there too. But I'm going to go through everything you need to know about video podcasting in a future video. So for now, let's just concentrate on audio gear. Yes, you could of course just record an entire podcast on your phone with its built-in mic. But we do want to sound a little bit better than that. Now, you can either go with lav mics or a podcast mic to add a more full sound to your voice. For this, I'm using the Rode Pod Mic right here, which is a premium microphone, but there are more affordable options, including USB mics that you can plug directly into your computer or your phone to get high quality audio straight away. Once you're all set up and you hit record, please just have fun with it. That's what I'm guessing you're starting this for in the first place, to have fun. Be yourself and let the passion for your topic really come through. And remember, you don't need to sound like a news broadcaster here. Podcasts are really conversational. Your audience wants to listen to something as if they're in the room with you. So if you stumble over your words, you say, something like that, it's absolutely fine. As long as you're talking about something that is either fun, educational, entertaining, or all of those things, your audience will get value from it. Speak how you would normally speak and don't worry if you stumble. And this brings me on to editing your podcast. Now, we're going to go into a deeper dive into this in a future video, but as a broad sweeping statement here, be pretty chill with your edits. Obviously, you should cut out any major mistakes, so there is a flow to your podcast, but don't be too crazy with your cuts. Also, put a hook at the start of your episode, a funny joke someone said, or just something to really grab your audience's attention within the first 10 to 15 seconds. Did you see yourself becoming a horse photographer post this shoot, or is it a one and done situation?
I'm gonna have to say nay to that.
Quality. Quality.
No, it's more just great to like. It's fun to get like it's like a speed dating experience of different types of photography.
When starting out, it can be beneficial to record a few episodes, so you can either release a bunch of them at the start. That way, your audience instantly has a few episodes to listen to. That way, they'll know exactly what your podcast is about. Or you then have at least a few weeks of content that you can set to release at a specific time to get you in the rhythm of producing things. So your podcast is ready to go live, but now you need to post it to several places. You know when you hear someone say available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, you want to post it to as many of those places as possible. This way, it will maximize your audience's reach. Now, you could post all of these manually, but to save you some time, you should also consider a distribution website. This way, you can upload your episode to one website, and they'll do all the work for you to distribute it to all of the major podcasting platforms. And on the album art, don't worry if you're not a design whiz. You can use something like Canva and use a basic template, or a service like Fiverr where you can hire someone to make it for you. And the final step is to tell everyone about it. Share it on social media, ask your friends and family to share it with you. Like social media, the more people that like and share the podcast, the more these distributing platforms are going to share it with potential new listeners. So spread the word as far as you can. Now, I know this was a ton of information, so feel free to go back and give this another watch or check over it again once you've done each step to really make sure you've covered all bases. But in the next episode, I'll be going through how to create a podcast by just using your phone and little else. So if your budget is tight, but you have an amazing idea, the next episode could really help you make that a reality. But in the meantime, I've been Matt, and I hope this gets you started on your podcasting journey.